what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. Everybody including Will. I mean, Will.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great.
You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 100.
Gervonta Davis stirred controversy after posting on X that following Crawford's win over Canelo, he believes he could beat Crawford himself, saying he'd swing on him for real, promising to train harder, demanding respect, and claiming a victory like that would cement his place among boxing's elite. But instead of acknowledging Crawford's historic achievement, he brushed it off, which sparked backlash from analysts who said that even without praise, dismissing a feat many thought was impossible came off as disrespectful, unnecessary, and unbecoming of a fellow fighter.
First ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even going to read off his accolades because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishments, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced and when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said,
long before this controversy, Crawford had already spoken openly about Gervonta Davis, saying he didn't see him as someone willing to take real risks against stronger opponents, calling him more of a talker who avoids the hardest challenges and openly admitting he didn't like him, making it clear that if they ever fought, it wouldn't just be about competition, it would be personal.
54.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
Long before this controversy, Crawford had already spoken openly about Gervonta Davis, saying he didn't see him as someone willing to take real risks against stronger opponents, calling him more of a talker who avoids the hardest challenges and openly admitting he didn't like him, making it clear that if they ever fought, it wouldn't just be about competition, it would be personal.
Knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like he's
he said it
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinny.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the little guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, you know, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, you cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass flipped in two. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best one.
Hackett called Crawford's victory one of the greatest accomplishments in modern boxing, saying he has nothing left to prove after pulling off something the sport hasn't seen in generations, noting that not since the days of Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong has a fighter moved up through weight classes and so clearly dominated an opponent as respected as Canelo. And what made it even more special was that Crawford didn't win by a narrow decision or a lucky moment, but by delivering a flawless performance that removed all doubt about who was superior. A win Hackett believes firmly places Crawford among boxing's all-time greats, silences every remaining critic, and proves his legacy now speaks for itself, allowing him to enjoy his success without responding to negativity.
And beats arguably the best fighter, or one of the best fighters of his era.
Yeah.
Regardless of weight class.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the performance?
The performance was like clean, like it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might, like damn, Canelo might get him right here. You know what I mean? Bud find a way out, slip up out of there. He was working behind his jab real good, footwork real good. You know, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, you know, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was looking. What I mean by that is Canelo, when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. He was like, Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit, all right, when I hit you on your hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you on your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you could tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of it.
Even though Terence Crawford has been clear about his dislike for Gervonta Davis, he hasn't closed the door on fighting him, saying that if Davis is truly serious, he should move up to 147 pounds so the matchup happens on fair terms, because for Crawford, taking the fight would shut down the trash talk and give him another opportunity to prove himself against a big name, while making it clear the choice is entirely on Davis, since if Tank really believes he can win, he needs to show it in the ring, rather than with words, a stance that reflects Crawford's confidence as he welcomes the challenge, knowing the advantage still sits firmly with him.
Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
And tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow,
man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147.
Oh,
I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-count.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
DJ Rum praised Terence Crawford as a rare, complete fighter who operates at the highest level in every area of the sport, highlighting his ability to adjust seamlessly to any opponent, whether a heavy hitter, slick counterpuncher, or relentless pressure fighter, while blending offense and defense in a way that keeps rivals constantly guessing, calling him a once-in-a-generation talent whose control of distance, timing, and angles separates him from everyone else, and explaining that Crawford's fights feel less like battles and more like calculated performances, where each adjustment serves a purpose, making him not just a champion but a true problem solver whose consistent dominance, Rom believes, will keep his legacy unmatched for years to come.
Bud is special, man. He can adapt, he can make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because in the beginning when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I consider it, he came up 3. He only had 1 fight at 154.
Yeah, 1 fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard, he got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? More comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something to Bud, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easily. He did it. Towards the closer to the fight date, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which was a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday on it, and he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. And I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his power, let off his power shots. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like a millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud sits to the side, catches him that way. It's too late. Now, I mean, for Canelo, his planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camps, I think he would have more losses.
Even after accomplishing something so rare, analysts observed that many fans and commentators were still hesitant to give Terence Crawford full credit. They suggested this reluctance stemmed partly from long-standing favoritism toward Canelo Alvarez, who enjoys massive admiration and cultural support, particularly in Mexico. In contrast, Crawford, as an African-American fighter, has often been judged by a harsher standard. Critics argued that the reaction to his victory went beyond boxing itself, revealing deeper issues of popularity, race, and perception within the sport, where marketability and fan loyalty can influence recognition just as much as achievement in the ring.
You're asking a guy to literally just stand there like this new slap exercise, slap me and I slap you. That's not boxing, and that's extremely sour grapes. And my advice to you is this: although most times people will stay on cold, there's there's exception to the rules where people will say, I'm not going that far. You know what I mean? Like by our administration right now that's governing the New Russia. They do a lot of illegal things on a daily. But this pedophilia, some people are saying, no, I'm jumping off the boat on this one. I'm going to go with protecting the kids. I mean, I'll go with you with a lot of stuff, but protecting the kids is kind of important to me. Should be, right? It should be, levels, or it should be, where you just you don't go a certain length, right? It should be borders, so to say, okay, I don't go past that line. And the line should be pedophilia, or a line should be no objectivity at all in the world of boxing. You saw a great performance, and Canelo just lost, right? This guy is just a better fighter. Right? If he can come up from that weight division and stand in the pocket most of the time, and still win. If you are saying that you don't want Canelo to be able to cut the ring off with this guy that didn't really run at all, then you're basically saying, well, listen, let's just stand and slug. And that's brawling, right? That has nothing to do with boxing. And so people are going to jump off that. And here's something else that's going to happen to you people right now with sour grapes and are racists running around just saying ridiculousness, right? Because you.
Rising contender Hamza Shiraz had high praise for Terence Crawford, describing him as a ruthless force inside the ring who always gets the job done. Shiraz noted that Crawford has never truly been in trouble against any opponent and consistently finds solutions no matter the challenge. His comments highlight how many younger fighters view Crawford as the benchmark for greatness, someone they measure themselves against. Shiraz added that Crawford's dominant performance against Canelo only confirmed what he already believed, that Crawford competes on a level that very few fighters in boxing can match.
The post-fight press conference yesterday, he goes, my mind wants to do it, he goes, my body can't. Doesn't mean he's totally shot, he's not totally shot, he's still a great fighter. And someone I could definitely see myself in the ring with pretty soon.
And beating?
Yeah, definitely. It would have been kind of nice for him to get the win and then me to fight him and then potentially have beaten him. But yeah, God has a different plan.
Look, it still could be Canelo. I don't know when. The plan's obviously a little bit ruined, but do you believe you'd stop Canelo Alvarez, Hamza?
Do I believe I'd stop him? I believe I've got a good...
Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, shared his thoughts on what the future may hold, explaining that a fight with David Benavidez is unlikely and that Crawford could choose to vacate titles and step away for a while instead of taking unnecessary risks. He emphasized that Crawford has earned the freedom to make decisions on his own terms, without pressure from fans or critics. According to McIntyre, with his legacy already secured and nothing left to prove, Crawford can now prioritize what matters most to him personally rather than chasing challenges he doesn't need.
Trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No,
we ain't doing that fight. Maybe planning on vacating the belts?
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. We just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
Honest, Absolutely.
And he don't want none.
4, no. So what does this performance prove about the end of sparring? You guys were largely
I told
silent
you it don't
about
make no difference. Didn't I say it? I said that don't mean shit. I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I? In one of those interviews, I said that. Don't mean shit, because he's no Bud Crawford. I'm not taking nothing from innocence, Bozy.
Boxing legend Evander Holyfield praised Terence Crawford's win, highlighting his sharp timing, smart footwork, and elite ring intelligence. He said Crawford showed skills that clearly separate him from regular champions. To Holyfield, the victory over Canelo was not just another win, but a clear display of true boxing excellence that reminded fans what greatness in the ring really looks like. Coming from a fighter of Holyfield's stature, the praise added even more meaning to Crawford's achievement.
Super.
Because the thing is that when you got both of the guys are good.
Right.
I just think that when you have two guys, the smaller guy is a guy that don't have the punching power, but he has the skills that's necessary.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So you were very impressed with this performance?
Well, yeah. The point of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I thought Crawford would probably get knocked out.
That wraps up today's video, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch.